term exposed in the context of electrical installations, specifically referring to the National Electrical Code, or NEC, section 300.2. B is defined as not concealed within walls, floors, or ceilings that may be removed without damaging the walls, floors, or ceilings, nor located in an environmental air handling space. This means if the wiring is accessible without causing any structural damage, it is considered exposed. Now let's consider the difference between a crawl space and a basement. A crawl space is typically defined as a space below a building that is accessible primarily by crawling, generally having a height of less than 3 feet. A basement, on the other hand, is typically defined as a space below a building that is accessible by walking upright, typically having a height of 7 feet or higher. Applying this to crawl spaces, based on these definitions, a crawl space is not considered a concealed area. It is accessible without needing to damage any walls, floors, or ceilings. Therefore, any electrical work that is exposed in a crawl space needs to comply with the stipulations outlined in NEC section 334.15 subsections A through C pertaining to drilling versus stapling NM cable, section 334.15. C stipulates that NM cable that runs at an angle to joists needs to be drilled and run through the joist, or it needs to be run on running boards, especially if it's smaller than 2-6 American wire gauge or AWG, or 3-8 AWG. This is a requirement that is applicable to any exposed NM cable regardless of where it is located. An exception for stapling is outlined in section 334.15. See exception number 1. This exception allows NM cable to be stapled to the joists if some conditions are met. Firstly, the cable must be type NM, with 2 or more conductors. Secondly, it needs to be 14 AWG or larger. Thirdly, it cannot be smaller than 2-6 AWG or 3-8 AWG for cables that are running at an angle to the joists. And fourthly, it has to be protected from any physical damage. To summarize, according to the code references, specifically section 334.15, C exception number 1, in a crawl space, NM cable that runs at an angle to joists must be drilled and run through the joists, or it must be run on running boards, unless it meets the exception for stapling which is outlined in section 334.15. See exception number 1. Let's delve a bit deeper into the specifics of installing non-metallic sheath cable, or NM cable, in crawl spaces, focusing on the practical implications of the NEC regulations. The NEC is very specific to ensure safety and prevent potential hazards. Firstly, let's re-emphasize what constitutes an exposed installation. In the context of electrical wiring, exposed means that the wiring is accessible and not hidden behind structural elements of the building. This accessibility is a key factor because it allows for inspections, maintenance, and potential repairs without having to damage the building's structure. Now, when it comes to crawl spaces, the NEC recognizes that these spaces are accessible, albeit often in a limited manner. This is why the general rule is that wiring in crawl spaces is considered exposed. This classification has direct implications for how NM cable must be installed. NM cable, commonly known as Romex, is a popular choice for residential wiring because it is relatively easy to install and cost-effective. However, because it is not as physically robust as other types of wiring like conduit, it is subject to more stringent installation requirements when it is exposed. The core requirement from NEC section 334.15 C is that NM cable running at an angle to joists, if it's smaller than a certain gauge, must be protected either by drilling it through the joist or by running it along running boards. This is intended to prevent the cable from being easily damaged, which could lead to electrical shorts, fires, or other safety hazards. The specific gauge limits mentioned, which are smaller than 2-6 AWG or 3-8 AWG, are important because they delineate the size of cable that is considered more vulnerable to physical damage. Larger gauge cables are inherently more robust and less likely to be damaged by incidental contact. However, there is an important exception to this rule, and that is found in NEC section 334.15. See exception number 1. This exception allows for stapling NM cable to the joists, but only if certain conditions are met. Firstly, the cable has to be type NM, meaning it has to be the standard Romex style cable. Secondly, it must have 2 or more conductors. This is typically the case for most NM cables used in residential wiring. Thirdly, it must be 14 AWG or larger. This requirement ensures that the cable is of a sufficient size to handle typical residential electrical loads and is also somewhat more resistant to physical damage. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the cable must be protected from physical damage. This last condition is somewhat subjective and requires careful consideration. It means that the cable must be installed in such a way that it is unlikely to be snagged, crushed, or otherwise damaged by objects or activities within the crawl space. This might involve running the cable along the upper edge of the joist where it is less likely to be contacted, or using protective measures such as running boards or conduit in areas where damage is more likely. Now let's talk about some practical tips for complying with these rules in a crawl space. When running an NM cable through joists, it's crucial to drill the holes in the center of the joists to maintain their structural integrity. Avoid drilling near the edges of the joists as this can weaken them. Also, make sure to use appropriately sized drill bits to create a clean hole that doesn't damage the cable sheathing. When using running boards, these should be securely fastened to the joists and should provide adequate support and protection for the cable. The running boards should be wide enough to accommodate the cable and should be made of durable material that can withstand the conditions in the crawl space. When stapling an NM cable, use cable staples that are specifically designed for this purpose. These staples have a rounded design that prevents them from damaging the cable sheathing. Be careful not to over-tighten the staples, as this can also damage the cable. The staples should be spaced appropriately to provide adequate support for the cable. It's also important to consider the environment within the crawl space. Crawl spaces are often damp and can be subject to temperature extremes. Therefore, it's crucial to use an NM cable that is rated for these conditions. Look for cable that is marked as being suitable for damp locations. Also, consider using corrosion-resistant staples and connectors to prevent rust and corrosion. In addition to the NEC requirements, it's also important to follow local building codes and regulations. These codes may have additional requirements for electrical installations in crawl spaces. Always check with your local building department to ensure that your installation is in compliance with all applicable codes. Finally, it's always a good idea to consult with a qualified electrician if you are unsure about any aspect of the electrical installation. Electricians have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the installation is done safely and in accordance with all applicable codes. They can also help you choose the right materials and methods for your specific situation. Now, let's consider some specific scenarios and how the NEC regulations would apply. Firstly, imagine a crawl space that is very low, perhaps only 18 inches high. In this case, it would be very difficult to run an NM cable through the joists or along running boards. In this situation, it might be necessary to use a different wiring method, such as conduit, which is more physically robust and can be installed in tight spaces. Secondly, imagine a crawl space that is used for storage. In this case, there is a higher risk of the NM cable being damaged by objects being stored in the space. In this situation, it would be crucial to protect the cable from physical damage, perhaps by running it through conduit or by installing it in such a way that it is out of reach. Thirdly, imagine a crawl space that is infested with rodents. Rodents can chew on NM cable, which can create a fire hazard. In this situation, it would be important to protect the cable from rodents, perhaps by running it through metal conduit. Let's recap the key points to remember. Firstly, an NM cable in crawl spaces is generally considered exposed. Secondly, NM cable running at an angle to joist must be protected by drilling it through the joist or by running it along running boards, unless it meets the exception for stapling. Thirdly, the exception for stapling requires that the cable be type NM with 2 or more conductors, 14 AWG or larger, and protected from physical damage. Fourthly, it's important to follow all applicable codes and regulations and to consult with a qualified electrician if you are unsure about any aspect of the installation. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your NM cable installation in a crawl space is safe, code compliant, and durable. This attention to detail will not only protect your property, but also the safety of anyone who may access the crawl space in the future. Remember, electrical safety is paramount, and a properly installed wiring system is a key component of a safe home. Let's elaborate further on the practical aspects of ensuring electrical safety in crawl spaces, particularly concerning the selection of appropriate materials and installation techniques. Crawl spaces, due to their inherent characteristics, often present a challenging environment for electrical systems. These spaces are typically damp, poorly ventilated, and subject to fluctuating temperatures, all of which can accelerate the degradation of electrical components if not properly addressed. Firstly, selecting the right type of NM cable is paramount. While standard NM cable is suitable for many indoor applications, it may not be the best choice for crawl spaces, especially those prone to dampness. In such cases, consider using NM cable that is specifically designed for wet or damp locations. This type of cable has a moisture-resistant jacket that provides an extra layer of protection against water damage. When selecting staples for securing NM cable in crawl spaces, it's essential to choose staples that are corrosion-resistant. Galvanized or stainless steel staples are excellent options as they can withstand the damp conditions without rusting. Avoid using staples made of less durable materials, as they can corrode over time and lose their holding power. The spacing of staples is another critical factor in ensuring the safety and longevity of the electrical installation. According to the NEC, NM cable must be supported at intervals not exceeding 4½ feet and within 12 inches of every box or fitting. This spacing helps prevent the cable from sagging or becoming damaged. However, in crawl spaces where there is a higher risk of physical damage, it may be necessary to reduce the spacing between staples for added support. In addition to staples, it's also important to consider the use of cable ties or straps for securing NM cable in crawl spaces. These ties or straps can be used to bundle multiple cables together or to secure cables to structural members. Choose cable ties or straps that are made of durable, weather-resistant materials. When running NM cable through holes in joists or studs, it's essential to ensure that the holes are properly sized and that the cable is protected from abrasion. The NEC requires that holes be drilled so that the edge of the hole is not less than 1¼ inches from the nearest edge of the wood member. If this distance cannot be maintained, a steel plate at least 1/16 inch thick must be used to protect the cable. It is also crucial to debur the edges of the holes to prevent them from damaging the cable sheathing. In crawl spaces where there is a high risk of physical damage, it may be necessary to protect the NM cable with conduit. Conduit provides a rigid, protective barrier against impacts and abrasion. There are several types of conduit that can be used, including rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, and flexible metal conduit. The choice of conduit will depend on the specific application and the level of protection required. When installing conduit in crawl spaces, it's important to ensure that it is properly supported and secured. The NEC provides specific requirements for conduit support, which vary depending on the type of conduit and the size of the run. It's also important to seal the ends of the conduit to prevent moisture from entering. In addition to the physical protection of NM cable, it's also important to consider the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in crawl spaces. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the circuit. The NEC requires that all 125 volt, 15 ampere and 20 ampere receptacles installed in crawl spaces be GFCI protected. It's also a good idea to install GFCI protection for lighting circuits in crawl spaces. Regular inspections of electrical systems in crawl spaces are essential for identifying potential problems before they become serious. Inspection should include checking for signs of damage to NM cable, conduit, and other electrical components. Look for cracks, abrasions, corrosion, and loose connections. It's also important to check for signs of moisture intrusion, such as water stains or mold growth. If any problems are found, they should be addressed promptly by a qualified electrician. Furthermore, When working in crawl spaces, it's crucial to take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use insulated tools and wear rubber-soled shoes. Avoid working in damp or wet conditions. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it's always best to hire a qualified electrician. Let's also address the issue of pest control in crawl spaces, as pests can pose a significant threat to electrical systems. Rodents, in particular, are known for chewing on NM cable, which can create a fire hazard. To prevent pest damage, it's important to seal any openings in the crawl space that could allow pests to enter. This includes sealing cracks in the foundation, covering vents with mesh screens, and installing door sweeps. It's also a good idea to remove any food sources that could attract pests. If you have a pest problem, it's best to hire a professional pest control company to eliminate the pests and prevent them from returning. In summary, ensuring electrical safety in crawl spaces requires careful attention to detail and adherence to the NEC and local building codes. By selecting the right materials, using proper installation techniques, and implementing appropriate safety measures, you can create a safe and reliable electrical system that will last for years to come. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns.